So today we're going to talk about two particular nations that have a very interesting joint history. And because of that, sometimes their culture actually bleeds into each other. And these are the countries of Denmark and Germany. We're going to find out what is different and similar about these two great places. What's going on, guys? Dave Walpole here, and welcome to FTD Facts, the channel where I look at people, cultures, and places from all around the world. Now today, I'm just excited because I like Germany and I like Denmark. I've done tons of videos on Denmark and tons of videos on Germany. As a matter of fact, if you guys want to see our playlist, I'm going to put that throughout the video for you guys to check out because, man, these countries are just amazing. But today, the Danish, we're going to teach you a little bit about Germany, and for the Germans, we're going to teach you a little bit about Denmark. And for anybody else in other places around the world that are just curious and you're watching it right now, well, we're going to learn a lot about these two places. But let's start off, let's talk about one of the most interesting facts that I found out there in the fact universe online. Thank you, Wikipedia. And that is, if you look at Germany, it is classified as a Western European country, but Denmark, it isn't. Which I found very weird because, now hold the phone, I know a lot of people from Denmark are going to be like, well, we're actually part of Europe. People from Denmark don't actually sound that way, obviously. It's just me being a jackass. But theoretically, Denmark is officially listed as a Scandinavian country, which I was blown away by. See, what threw me so off about this is that when I think of regions and lands, I think that they should always be separated by sea, kinda like continents, and my only defense is that I'm Canadian, and a lot of people always say, yo, you're an American, but that's not necessarily the case. As a matter of fact, they just mean that you're from the Americas. Like if you go to South America, that's part of the Americas. Mexico is part of the Americas, and whether or not they want to be considered that, just like us Canadians, but that's the way it is. Even if you look at the English and the Irish, that whole section is classified as Britain. But Denmark, to me, shouldn't be considered a Scandinavian country. I mean, culturally it is, but by where it is, it's sitting on the European peninsula known as the Jutland Peninsula. So it's like, to me, it's in Europe. However, guys, that's just going way off topic. Let's look at land size of these two different countries as well. So you got Denmark. Its mainland sits at approximately 42,933 kilometers square. That is not even close to how much the entire kingdom has. As a matter of fact, it's big, over 2 million kilometers. It's nuts. And this is because you got Greenland and, of course, the Faroe Islands that make up the Danish kingdom. And roughly with those incorporated, it comes to 2,220,930 kilometers square, ranking the 12th largest country in the world. And Germany comes in with a whole land size of 357,386 kilometers square, which makes this country rank 62nd in the world, as we know. I want to say 36, but that's not the case. Also, when it comes to land, considering we're on the topic, let's just mention it. Denmark is a flat country. Yo, man, it is so flat, it's like a pancake flat. Nothing's flatter than Denmark. Like, literally, they should count their blessings that they don't get hurricanes there, because if there was a giant tidal wave, Denmark would be gone. Literally, I'm not gonna lie, guys, the average height of the land is approximately 31 meters above sea level, with, of course, the highest point in Denmark being 170.86 meters high. Honestly, although I'm just joking around with the whole, the Denmark being flat, to be perfectly honest, if it wasn't flat, it wouldn't be one of the biggest agriculture exporters in the world. And it's because it's flat that it has a lot of arable land for its agriculture. So it is kind of a good thing. And if you're not really sold on that, you should remember the fact that Denmark has a really, really big location of sand dunes. That's right. So have you ever heard of the Raberg Mile, which is approximately 2 kilometers wide, and according to Wikipedia, which is so reliable, it is listed as the largest sand dune in Northern Europe. Ha! See? Right there, even Wikipedia called Denmark a Northern European country. I'm not letting this go, guys. It's Europe. By the way, a little bit of extra information, that sand dune was formed over 300 years ago. Makes you really second guess global warming, considering we didn't have cars back then. Yeah, Germany, though, it is way different. I mean, it's got flat land, but it's more to the north. Down south, it's all mountains. A lot of these mountains came from ancient volcanic activity from long ago, but if you go way down, you also get to the Alps, which is a huge area for skiing. That's another thing. Germany is big for skiing because it's got mountains and Denmark does not. I mean, that's, truth be told, that's the only reason why Denmark is not popular for skiing. Which is crazy. I mean, like, when you think one country's got one thing, then all of a sudden, boom, another country strikes back with another hit. Yeah. I mean, I guess you could go snowboarding down the sand dunes, the Rajberg Mile, I think that's how you pronounce it, but you wouldn't get very far. So let's talk about cultural aspects now, because Denmark really mirrors a lot of Scandinavian countries. That's why they call it a Scandinavian country, because of the culture. I hope. Seriously, guys, not letting this go. Feel free to correct me down there. But if you look at Germany, it's a little bit different. It mirrors a lot of culture from Switzerland, Belgium, and even Austria. But however, we can look at all the historical cultural stuff, but I'm going to focus more on today's culture. And let's be honest, they are very different. In Denmark, cycling is huge. It's like the biggest thing. This is partly due to the fact that the land is extraordinarily flat and easy to get around. But also, people do love to bike in the country, and within Denmark, there is at least 7,000 kilometers of dedicated bike roads and lanes. And as a matter of fact, in Denmark, if you go there, there's kind of a, what they call a three-tier system for the different types of roads. You've got the bottom, which is the roads for cars, and then off to the side, a little bit raised above that, is the lane for bikes, and then above that is the sidewalks. It's quite ingenious how they've organized it. And on top of that, if you want more proof of how big cycling is in the country, they have 11 dedicated national cycling routes. It's interesting, and they're big. Germany, however, I mean, cycling is big there, but let's talk about one modern thing that is huge in Germany, and that is video gaming. As a matter of fact, video games are so popular, every single year the country holds what is known as Gamescom, which is one of the biggest video gaming conventions in the world. Also, Germany is really well known for making video games itself. As a matter of fact, a lot of board games and video games have come from the country. For example, the game Settlers of Catan comes from Germany. I'm not going to lie, it's not one of my favorite games. I find it really boring. There's a lot of fans out there that really love it. I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's just, I would rather play the Thing board game. Literally, guys, if you haven't picked this game up, The Thing Outpost 31, you're missing out. No, they haven't done anything for me to promote it. I just love this game so much. Sorry, Settlers. I know. You're sad. On top of that, they say within Germany there's approximately 44.3 million gamers, at least in 2018, which was more than England. Also, though, they kind of like some weird games there. In 2002, the most popular games were construction and management games. Which, you know, when you think of German efficiency, you think of German efficiency in work and stuff like that. And I guess they love efficiency so much that when they play their video games, they want to still feel like they're working. Not for me. I like to blow stuff up. However, within the country, they do have a regional headquarters for Ubisoft, and they are home of the company known as Crytek, which is famous for making Far Cry and Crysis. Now, I did talk about differences. Let's talk about some similarities. Both countries really loves the sausage. Hoya! I mean, Germans and the Danish, they really love their big, meaty, juicy, we're talking about sausages, right? As a matter of fact, in Germany, they call them Wurst, and in Denmark, they call them Puls. However, when it comes to sausages, Germany, I think, has the sausage more ingrained in their culture, simply because of festivals like Oktoberfest. There might be some, you know, festivals in Denmark or the Danish festivals that I'm not aware of, but, I mean, Oktoberfest is probably a bigger and more popular one that's all over the world. Heck, here in Canada, Kitchener has the second largest Oktoberfest, which is not too far away from me, and it's the second biggest in the entire world, so I know of that more than a lot of Danish things. Holidays, that's what I meant to say. Now, that being said, when it comes to holidays, the Danish and the Germans are big on Christmas. They go nuts for it, which I like. I'm a Christmas guy myself. I want to be Santa Claus. As a matter of fact, FYI, did you know that Silent Night was made in Germany? Okay, yeah, some of you guys may say it was born in Austria, which is theoretically, technically right in today's standards. However, the song was written by Franz Xavier Gruber and Joseph Moore in 1818, and for Austria and Germany, they were united as a country until about 1886 when they decided to split. Of course, back then, they were under the Holy Roman Empire, which theoretically, you could say that the song is Roman. Maybe. However, for the Danish, they also have their own unique one, and this one I do know of. For example, their Christmas Eve is known as Yule, which is one of the reasons why you get Yule, Yuletide sort of thing. And yes, the J is pronounced as a Y. But of course, in Denmark, you'll see people sing songs like Now It's Christmas Again, or Now It's Yule Again, as well as a child has been born in Bethlehem. And it's crazy because what they do in Denmark is they sing these songs while kind of going around a Christmas tree. It's very different. I've seen it in other things, and I know it's internationally well known. So I had to give that to Denmark. And you know what? Last but not least, let's talk about one big similarity between Denmark and good old-fashioned Germany. And that is simply punctuality. Man, if you are late for anything, Danish people don't like it, and the Germans definitely don't like it. So if you ever go to those countries, you gotta be on time. Punctuality is key. And I mean, here in America, you know, we just put up with other people's crap, and we are always waiting on people all the time. It's a bit, I wish we had the Danish and the German-esque in our countries. Either way, guys, that's it for me. That's the fun times we're having here learning about Denmark and Germany. Hope you guys like this video. I love learning about different places around the world and finding out what's different. Man, I can't wait to do it on my own country. But guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button and tune in. I talk about a lot of different things, from militaries to the countries themselves to, yeah, the which is, well, not the which is better, I should say, but the what is different between. These are like my fun, having a good time with you guys sort of videos. So thanks for watching. Also, before you get out of here, boom, hit this clickety button thing above me so you can check out our playlists. We got a Germany playlist, and I've also got a Denmark playlist. I'll also put it at the end of the video in the description box below if you can't click for some strange reason, because I don't know, YouTube changes everything every 5 minutes. But on that, I'm out of here, guys. I will see you in the next one, okay? Bye. Ooh, I don't know if I told you this, but here's those videos. Oh, wait, I did tell you about it, but here's just a nice little reminder for you guys. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear this, but my voice is starting to get scratchy. I've been talking for like 30 minutes, so I'm getting out of here. Bye.